Question 5. The protist that causes malaria to pass from one person to another person by mosquitoes. 5.1. What term describes an organism that passes a pathogen from one person to another person? That term is a vector. Question 5.2. Figure 7 shows the malaria protist. So it's got a nucleus, that's a mitochondria, ribosome, cytoplasm. The malaria protist is a eukaryotic cell. Describe 3 ways the structure of the malaria protist is different from the structure of a prokaryotic cell. Do not refer to size in your answer. In this case, the protist, it has a mitochondria, we saw that. It has a nucleus, and in there is a DNA with the genetic material, and it does not have plasmids. Question 5.3. During one stage of malaria infection, the malaria protists enter red blood cells and cause them to burst. Explain why the bursting of red blood cells causes tiredness. Because less oxygen carried in the blood and less energy released from respiration. Question 5.4. The malaria protist reproduces sexually and asexually during a life cycle. Complete Table 3 to give 3 differences between sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. One difference has been completed for you. So in this case, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, this one involves 2 parents, involves 1 parent. So we can say it involves gametes joining, it involves no gamete, or involves fertilization, or does not involve fertilization, mixing of genetic material, no mixing of genetic material. Offsprings are genetically different, offsprings are genetically identical, involves only meiosis, involve mitosis, but no meiosis. 4. Slow and faster. 5. More energy required, less energy required. And 6. There is genetic variation, no genetic variation. Question 5.5. One drug for treating malaria prevents mitosis occurring in the malaria protist. Drug stops the synthesis of new DNA bases in the cell. Suggest how the drug prevents mitosis occurring. No bases, so no DNA replication can occur, because the DNA has a nucleotide, and each nucleotide consists of a phosphate group joined to a pentose sugar group, which is joined to a nitrogen base. And if the nitrogen base is not there, then the DNA cannot replicate, because this will be missing. Question 5.6. Describe the process of cell division in mitosis. After DNA replication, one set of chromosomes is pulled to each end of the cell. Nucleus then divides, so 2 new nuclei form. Cytoplasm or cell membrane divides to form 2 cells. That's cytokinesis. Question 5.7. Different types of disease may interact. Scientists studied the incidence of malaria infections in children with disorder S, without disorder S. The incidence of malaria in children with disorder S was calculated as a percentage of the incidence in children without disorder S. Table 4 shows the results. Here's table 4. So the 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and these are the values calculated incidence of malaria in children with disorder S. Describe what the result in table 4 shows about the interaction between disorder S and malaria. So we can see this is the age group increasing. So we can say having S disorder reduces the incidence of malaria. As age increases, a lower percentage of children with S disorder gets malaria until the age 10, then the percentage increases. So that's the age 10 here, and that's an increase in percentage. So it goes from 2 to 10, it kind of decreases up to 45, and then began to increase.